Oh, hi there. I don't know what time this is. It's like 2 something in the afternoon. But change of scenery. We are doing this in Hawkesbury Lookout instead of the nighttime because I was trying to work in the camera quality, see what exactly is causing it, if it was distance or if it was time of the day. But I think from the test and everything, I think it's a time of the day thing. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. There's 34 of us now. We've gone from 22 to 34 in a matter of 2 weeks. 34 people have subscribed to this channel and I'm really grateful about that. Thank you guys. This is gonna take me a while. By a while, I think I might upload this a little bit late because of school. We have started school. And funny enough, that is the topic of my conversation today, school. Now, when anyone mentions school, everyone hates going to school. Obviously, everyone hates going to school, but there are reasons why people hate going to school. People go to school because they want to study, people go to school because they do not want to be broke. But school makes it hard in very many ways, one of which I'm going to be focusing on this video is the subject choices. Now, when you're in grade school, middle school, high school, some of high school, it makes sense to conjoin subjects together. Obviously, you need to have a general knowledge of everything. You see how I said general knowledge of everything? For you to actually know what you're doing in life. Yeah. But when you go to college, uni, higher education, whatever, that actually focuses on your career choice, it makes no sense for you to still follow the principle of general knowledge or trying to embed general knowledge in these students. Because these students have grown up not just soaking up every single bit of knowledge that it comes their way. They are now very specific in what type of information they want to soak up. Because you can't tell me that, for example, someone goes to uni to study nursing, you're teaching them the arts of creative drawing. They're not going to want to learn that. Why? Because it does not cover nursing. It does not deal with what they want to do in future, in their life. They don't want to paint shit, they want to heal people. Do you understand? So they're going to have a hard time, except it's generally easy. If the subject's generally easy, then fair enough. Either way, they're going to have a hard time actually getting through that subject because they're not motivated to study that. They don't want to know about it because it does not help them in any way, form or fashion in the future. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm talking about this because when I started school, I think this is my second week. Right now is the second week, but I'm going into the third week, whatever. I got into class and we were studying, it was a whole lot of nonsense. And I'm like, what is this? Why? Oh, my days dog. Why is this on the board? He's talking about some, like statistics. It was statistics or something, like a whole lot of math. For context, I'm studying cybersecurity. Obviously, yes, I do need math, but very general knowledge of math, which I already do have. Not statistics and probabilities. No, I don't need that. I'm studying, like, if of everything that I was meant to study, you added psychology or whatever, it would help because I'm trying to understand why people want to do stuff. It's about cyber crimes. You would want to learn about people. But no, this institution put data analytics. Even the teacher was like, for instance, in this class, we're like 50 something of us at the time. And he was like, oh, how many is doing statistics? No one. How many is doing math? No one. He did not know that the entire, what do you call it, institutes did not even offer those subjects because they focused on mainly business and cybersecurity. Everything that he mentioned, they did not offer. And these subjects are not even electives. Like you can't pick or choose them willy-nilly. They are very core subjects. Like you need to do these subjects. And it's like, why? Like I have no interest in this subject. This subject is not going to help me. But for some reason, you're making me do this. You have told me to fail or have a very hard time studying. That's why most people don't get through to school, because they go to school and see subjects that they're not meant to learn. I've gone through 3 unis. I did one in Nigeria and I did one in Sydney, and now I'm doing another one. 3 unis. All 3 unis have had a very useless subject. In Nigeria, I was studying something about library. I think it was the use of library or some shit. In the first one I went to Sydney was talking about some communications thing. I don't know. and now I'm doing this, meaning it's not a school problem, like it's not a particular school problem. Yeah, it's not like a teacher problem, it's not their fault, it's the education system. They have for some reason decided that let's make you learn shit that you don't want to learn. And people will go there, go to school, try and do that, see that they can't do it, then drop out. And then everybody will wonder why people don't want to go to school, or people are not motivated to go to school, or people don't pass when they actually go to school. It's not because they're not smart, it's not because they don't know how to study, it's because you're making them study things they don't want to. There is a very popular Nigerian adage that says you can take a horse to a stream or a lake or whatever, but you can't force it to drink the water that's there. If you make a student go to school to study a subject that they do not want to study, they're not going to pass, or they're going to have a very hard time passing. And in that while, they're going to drop out. It's almost guaranteed they're going to drop out. Like it would make no sense for you to do that to them. And the funniest thing about these subjects is that these subjects are the hardest. These subjects are the fucking hardest. Look, it's one thing to give me a subject that I don't know anything about or don't want to know anything about. Yeah, that's sure. Let's say you've done that to me, you fucked me over like that, bet. Why are your subjects the hardest? Like these guys will have, closed book exam, there'll be 4 invigilators in the freaking class, or it will be nothing from all the materials they've given you. It will just be fucked. And you would sit down there just wishing for the end, like just wishing for the school to blow up. If all the students in your class are looking at you like
lizard, lizard, lizard
when you're teaching, what makes you think they're going to pass your exam? They can barely assimilate anything they're reading right now or looking at, learning, whatever. They are not going to pass your exams if you make it that hard. That's one of the reasons, one of many reasons why I know that people hate going to school. So, yes, the moral of the story, there's a moral of the story, but it's to the education system. I don't know, it's just cooked. The whole system is just cooked. They make you do things you don't want to do, and then get surprised when you fail. It's like, why are students not passing our classes? Maybe you're making us do classes that we don't want to do in the first freaking place. Like, how would we pass the class if we don't want to study the freaking subject? But yes, this brings us to the end of our video. I want to thank you guys again for 34 subscribers. I think that the quality of the video will increase in this one. And if it does, I will try to make more videos in daytime. But in the moment, please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know things you would, let me know what you think about this subject, the whole school system. Let me know what you think. But in the meantime, till the next time I see you, stay safe and love.